Hey guys, this is Brody with Squid's Pressure Washing, and it looks like orientation is locked. Oh man, I messed it up. Sorry guys. So I'm gonna make a quick video, quick as I can be, on how to winterize your pressure washer now that we're getting down to freezing temps. Last night it was 32. I had a bucket in here right up next to a garage door that had a thin layer of ice on top for tiny creatures to ice skate on. But I want to show you guys really quick how to winterize your pressure washer if you're a homeowner. So if you're a pressure washing contractor, hang tight. It's going to be quick and easy, and then I'm going to take you and show you how to do it with the bigger unit. But if you're a homeowner, they make this. This is called Pump Saver, and you can usually get it at Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot, any home improvement store. You plug this right into your hose inlet and you give it a couple blasts. All it is antifreeze. That's it, in an aerosol form. You gotta have it in aerosol form so it pushes it through the pump. But take your hose off, take the pressure hose off, thread this into the inlet side, a couple quick blasts, and your pump is good to go. As far as the fuel system, this applies to all small engines, and I'll show you really quick what we would do. So on your fuel tank, we'd pop the fuel line, open the cap, let the fuel drain out, and keep it open, which is one option. Included in that option is draining your carburetor and opening it up so that things can evaporate out. Sometimes there's a drain plug, sometimes it's just the bolt that holds the bowl on. If it's just the bolt that holds the bowl on, usually it's designed like a radiator petcock where you unthread it a little bit so that you can drain the fuel out. But if not, just drain all the fuel out and leave it open. Let it evaporate out and put your drain plug in a safe spot. But that's the quickest and easiest way, I think, to make sure your fuel system and your carburetor doesn't get clogged up. Also, make sure that you shut off the fuel lines, because carburetors go bad if you're just dripping fuel into it all the time and draining it off. It doesn't matter. These Briggs & Strattons unfortunately don't have fuel shutoffs, and I don't know how the system works if you just add a fuel shutoff. So best bet, play it safe, drain all the fuel out. And open the carburetor, drain the fuel off of that too. Now, on to the big ones. Oops. For the pressure washing contractors, is there still ice in there? Can you see that ice? All right, so this is the quick and easy method for winterizing. If it's gonna be 30, 31, 32, if it's gonna be much lower than that, I'd prefer to have all the air evacuated out of the pump. But simply, if you've got a shut off, you shut off your valve at the tank, you go to your dump valve, and this is the actual dump fitting I use. I don't know what you guys use, but you just plug into the dump side of the inlet hose. You put a little minus 75 degrees RV and marine antifreeze in it. Don't use regular antifreeze. And then you make the old timer squirm. You turn it on when there's no real water flow. All right, I don't know if you guys saw that, but that pink water started to foam as it came out. I didn't run the pump dry. I just turned it on long enough to pull the antifreeze into the pump, right? Easy day, but don't run it dry and don't let it sit too long. Then The other thing you want to do is build yourself one of these that goes into your whip line. It's got a valve on it, and I screwed up. I should have turned the valve the other way, or I should have flipped the valve around, because now it's a little bit awkward. This actually gets in the way of fitting, so someday I'll turn it around. But the other thing you do, you put an air fitting on it. So air to pressure line with a valve. You simply plug that in, and then you can clear the water out of your entire pressure hose system, right? And it pushes it all out, and you can see what we got here. And you'll know you're at the end when it mists and sputters, and then you should be pretty good to go. This same system here will fit perfectly in the Fluxilla hose, and you can clear out your inlet side too. As far as the tank goes, it doesn't really get cold enough in Missouri to freeze 100 gallons of water, so I wouldn't worry too much about the tank. No water is probably best with the system wide open, but from the tank side and that big old valve, I wouldn't be incredibly worried about it. And that's it. Simple and easy. Oh, the other thing I'll usually do is I'll take off the unloader hose, and that's just because it gets water that sits in it. I'll take that off, and then I'll push the water out of that into the tank with the air too, and then I'll just leave it off. But pretty quick, dirty, easy. Should be winterized at least overnight until you shut down totally for winter, in which case I'll disconnect all fittings, keep everything cracked. I'll get all the air out of this using an air fitting onto one of the NPT sides, put an air fitting on it, just blow all the air out, and then I'll put a couple moving blankets with heating pad on low, and it'll just simmer all winter long, so it's ready for the springtime. So I hope that's helpful. Hope you guys have a good day. Sorry that was so quick and jerky and dirty, but I gotta go to work. So have a good day.